Hey everyone. So today I want to talk about the Cavs. And instead of talking about this year, let's talk about next year. Because we know the Cavs are still up and coming and they're still growing, getting better and all that. So they're not going to be very good. But I got to thinking. The Hornets paid Gordon Hayward 120 million over 4 years. And we all understand that's a massive overpay. But it does send a message. It does tell their fans, the team, and the rest of the league that they're actually trying to win. They're trying to get better. So they're going to be aggressive in free agency and trying to get someone who is going to help them. He comes in, he's an immediate number one option. It makes sense. So I got to thinking, who could the Cavs go after that would send that same message? And I came up with a few names. Now, I'm just looking at unrestricted free agents just because it's easiest. We can go into speculation like, oh, who's going to opt out, all that. Let's go for simplicity here. Now, the first two are former backcourt mates. Number one, DeMar DeRozan. Currently in San Antonio, things a little shaky, it seems. He may want out. But he's a proven scorer in the league. No question they'd have to overpay him. And after this year, he'd be heading into his age 33 season. So the only real upside for that would be that you might get him for 3 years instead of 4. But who knows? But he'd be very good. You know what you're getting with him. He's going to put up 22, 25 points a night. He's going to play well. He's going to come in, be that number one option. Getting someone like him would be a huge, huge message to the rest of the league. Now, yeah, he's going to come in probably about $30 million a year too, but I mean, Cavs kind of need to. If they're really going to propel this forward, they have to be aggressive. They know they have to overpay. DeMar DeRozan would be a good fit. You can put Kevin Porter, make him your sixth man. So you got Sexton, DeRozan, then coming off the bench, Darius Garland, Kevin Porter. That sounds like a really good backcourt, potentially. Now, his former backcourt mate in Toronto would also be a good addition, I think. Kyle Lowry. He's won a championship. He knows how to lead a team, especially from the point guard position. He's been consistent throughout his career. You're going to get 20, 22 points a night from him. You can put him back in the backcourt with Sexton. You can move Sexton to shooting guard, which some people say may be a better position for him. Now, both could work. That could be a very good backcourt, potentially. And again, have Garland and Porter come off the bench. But you could get someone like Kyle Lowry, your whole team is going to get better. Because you've got someone who's got that basketball IQ. He's going to help Darius Garland and Colin Sexton grow as players, as point guards. They have someone who comes from that winning pedigree who can help mentor them. He'd be a great addition. Now, this one, when I first saw the name, I thought, that would be interesting. But then the more I thought about it, the more I thought that would be really good. Victor Oladipo. Now, if you talked to me when he came out in the draft, I would have said, I don't want him. I don't think he's going to be very good. I was wrong. Drafted number 2 overall by the Magic. Didn't work out for the Magic, but he's become a very good player in Indiana. Very good. Very consistent. You're going to get about that same level of scoring as DeRozan, 20, 25 points. You're going to get very good defense. He's going to lift up everyone on the team. He provides so much in so many different areas. You bring him in, you put him in the backcourt with Colin Sexton, things are going to run smoother. The team's going to play harder. The more I think about it, the more I like that. And the thing about Oladipo compared to these other guys, he's younger too. I'm not sure how old he is, but he would be one that would be more worth overpaying for. He'd be that guy. He can come in, be the focal point, take over the team and say, we're going to do this, we're going to push forward. I think Victor Oladipo would be a great addition to the Cavs. Now these last two, as we head down to the front court, I don't think these would be as substantial additions as the others, but would be quality additions nonetheless. One of them would just be simply bringing back a guy they already have, Andre Drummond. Again, Andre Drummond is very consistent. You're going to get 17, 18 points a night, 15, 16 rebounds, very good defense. He's already overpaid as it is. We know that. So they'd have to pay him probably about the same level to keep him. But if he plays well, that would be a good signal saying we recognize what he brought to this team to be that anchor down low, and we want to keep that. I would not be mad if they brought Andre Drummond back at all. Now the last one, I think he's the most unlikely to come. Not that any of them are very likely, but if they went out and brought in Rudy Gobert, that would send quite a message. Granted, as far as the stat sheet goes, he's not going to bring as much as Andre Drummond. He scores probably about 14, 15 points a game, gets 10, 12 rebounds, but he's a defensive player of the year. And as we talked about last time with Isaac Okoro, Cavs do need defense. And by the way, speaking of Isaac Okoro, it's preseason, but he's got potential. He's got potential for sure. Now with Gobert, you bring him in, he's not going to be the focal point of the offense. So that would allow guys like Sexton and Porter and Okoro to grow offensively. But you get that anchor who's going to command respect from the other team. He wouldn't fill as much in the stat sheet, but he would bring a lot. There's no question about that. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Hopefully they do something. It'd be nice to see the Cavs be a little aggressive in free agency, but who knows what will happen. Alright. And that's it for me. I'll talk to you next time.